the upper bracket, you know, they finished the semi-finals, raring to go. No one wants to eat, apparently. They're just hungry for CS.
Hungry for CS, why not? Got a big prize pool at the end of this.
That's
they
very
need
true.
to win. No
That's
breaks,
very true.
no
I
breaks
think
needed.
a lot of these players, though, in fairness, a lot of it would be kind of for bragging rights.
Yeah,
because they're on. Some of them are on pro teams and stuff, you know. If
Probably
you're
got
aware.
that momentum going as well. They don't want to stop that. They want to break and then potentially lose because they have, you know, lost that momentum. But yeah, 12-11 here to Fish123.
Yeah.
Both on a bye. You know, got an AWP on the light on the T side and a double AWP set up here with Mighty Slug and Inspect here.
Yes.
I think they've changed their names there. That's not them, is
they
it?
haven't. They haven't.
Yeah.
But we'll go through once the rounds begin to come to a close, because obviously the action's quite intense here and it's very close. As you would expect, the skill level of these teams are pretty similar. I think the big names here that are really going to make the difference is going to be Smooya, Mighty Max over on that right-hand side of your screen, and Surreal and Robin, or R, on the left-hand side of your screen there. Smooya here going to spot out Surreal, drops that AWP as well, and picks up the first kill for his team.
Going to make all the difference. That AWP is gone, and the T side don't have one now, so it's going to be 4 rifles against 5 CTs here. So what they can do, Smooya opting to hold A site as best as he possibly can, jumping over the boxes there just to get some information, as much information as possible, so he can relate to his team.
It's a bit of a risky drum, in all honesty. You can do a much safer one from the van just outside of Bank. You know, his head could get caught there if there is a player ready for him to be making that jump. Mole, I believe that will be picking up that kill. Mighty Max as well, going to get 2 on the edge of that smoke, and Mole gets himself a second for that round. So, as far as I'm aware, on the right-hand side, going down, we've got Kato, which is fair enough. Sliggy, they're obviously kind of taking the mess out of Mighty Max over on that side. Smooya, obviously, Mighty Max, and then Mole at the bottom, who is inspect the gadgets or whatever. And then on the left-hand side, everyone's fine, apart from, I believe it's Cray is the beard.
They just love making our jobs hard, don't they?
Yeah, I know, they do, they really do, because it's nothing like their name at all. Like, the beard is not Cray. I don't see Cray in there. I mean,
well, I think, no, if they want to be named that, we'll call them that.
Yeah.
We can't give them any exposure, so it's fine. You know, it works both ways, doesn't it? You want to play that game, 2 can play that game, right?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
very
absolutely. So look, Fish123, 13-11. Smooya gets the first kill of the round, that being round 25. Surreal and his team, that being Janko and Cryptics. Oh, beautiful kill there from Surreal. And it's going to make it a nice even 4v4. Looking likely to be an A execute, but will they commit? Will they not? Mighty Slug is hoping that they will, because he's in a nice little position there to take one out, and he does just that. That's Surreal's head falling off his shoulders there. Mighty Slug makes it a 4v3. Obviously, the T's here are opting to execute into A, because that's what they have to commit to. Kida getting an AK-47 kill onto Cryptics. Mighty Slug coming back up to the original position, taking that Janko. The beard doubling up. No, just getting 1. Tries to double up, unfortunately cannot. Gets the bomb, though. Is on truck, fakes it out.
Oh.
Not going to fall for it, though. Nice little Molotov there, and Mighty Max is coming round the back. Hopefully the beard will suspect that, but no, he's going to opt for the CT push, and it gets taken out by Mo. Brilliant play there from the CTs. Good, calm, collected defense, and that's going to be 14-11 to 1-2-3. That'd be Smooya's team.
Kind of starting to make the gap a little bit bigger there in the scoreline. I mean, I'm not too sure. We covered the Fish123 semi-final up against Stiff CEX, which is kind of the wind and rain mix, for those of you that keep up with the Mountain Dew League and all that kind of stuff. And they really enjoyed their overpass. They were very, very strong on it indeed. Remains to be seen for the BulldogMix side. As you can see here at the moment, it's not quite going in their favour, but who knows. The terrorist side is a little bit more difficult, I think, on overpass. But there's still a case to be made that you can win it. But you do need a fair amount of utility, and that is something that the T side is lacking at the moment.
Yeah, that's completely unfortunate for them. I mean, Mo, they're getting... no, not Mo, sorry, the beard. The names are confusing me too, but we're going to go with the beard. Like I said, we're going to call what is on the screen. Killer getting a return kill there onto Janko, and it's going to be 4v4. But I'm liking the AWP here from Mo and Mighty Slug here. They're going to be very important to defend the sites, and making a very passive kind of defense here on site B. Will this happen? Will the retake happen? Looks like Mighty Max is going to make sure it does. He finally gets killed there by Kida follows up, gets the kill onto returning Cryptics now in a 1v2 situation. Gets the bomb planted. No, he's going to fake it out. Quite paranoid that someone's going to be shot, but now he sees 2 grenades go over, so he knows exactly where the CCs are playing from. Therefore, he does have the opportunity to plant the bomb, but nope, he's looking for kills. Frag hunting, are we?
He's really baiting this time out, I think. He's up against 2 AWPs as well, a little bit risky to kind of be, you know, peeking into them especially with those kind of wide peaks. If you can find the heads, then it can be possible. I mean, it's very difficult to trade with those AWPs as well. You don't quite have the pre-fire potential that you do with the rifles. First kill onto Mighty Slug coming in.
That's unlucky.
Inspector the Gadget will find
that
the
being
final kill onto Cryptix.
Indeed, and that is extremely unlucky there. Like you just said, you know, 2 AWPs going for a retake isn't really the best position to be in. It'd be nice to see the CTs pick up an AK, but they made it work. You know, that was unlucky for the T side not to win that round, and it's just going to make the gap even bigger now.
Reliably informed that Inspector the Gadget is Mole, as in like a
I don't know, I've been calling Mo. I've been watching a lot of Mo recently on YouTube. Apologies, guys. Do apologise. I don't know why I've been doing that. It's only made me more stressed.
Questionable decision,
Mole. Right, here we go.
Yes.
Right, here we go. Janko opting for a bit of aggression here with his teammates around Fountain, getting that playground under control. Mole here, trying his best to cause some damage with the nades. Does a little bit of damage on that R there on Birthday, but it's not going to stop the T side here. They're opting for this push onto A. Smooya looking for this kill, connects with Surreal, looking pretty good. Mighty Slug gets the next kill onto R, and it's going to be interesting to see how this execution works out from the T side. Not very well as we get Janko out of the game there by Mighty Slug's M4A1, taking his head clean off, and now it's Cryptix and the Beard here in a 2v5 situation. Not looking likely going to be able to win this, and it's just looking more and more likely Fish123, that being Smooya's side, are going to win this round, this game.
Cryptix goes down. It's now all on the Beard. He's in a 1 versus 4 after that first kill. Got a flank coming in. He's only got the Galil. Possible that he's going to get caught out here, and he will. So Sliggy there in the end will find the kill. So
yeah, rightly so. They picked over pass, like you said. They won that game, wasn't it? 16-11.
Yes.
So it'd be interesting to see what the score is at the end of this game too. Probably still going to be close, whatever happens.
Yeah.
But look, Kida's team here. And Smooya's team, that being Fish123 on T side to begin with, and let's see if it's going to be an aggressive B or just a nice passive control of the map. But opting for, I think, a bit of control here. They're not going to go as fast as I thought they would have originally, but that's what they want to begin with anyway. Yeah, a bit of control, just get that information relayed and see, test the areas, different areas where the CTs are strong and where they're weak.
Especially, you don't always have to rush on the T side of Cobblestone. You kind of spawn with that map control, right? You have so much information already given to you. The smoke going over towards the connector area and rushing straight down drop. Mole and Keaton going to pick up 2 quick kills. Cryptix able to trade 1 back, but there's just too many players to deal with. Mole gets himself a second, and now it's all on Robin, and he will get taken down pretty convincingly there. I mean, the classic drop rush. They don't do it immediately. They just kind of wait for the, I think it was Mighty Max with the utility. And just wait for him to expend that, and then all go bursting out onto that B-bomb side. Yeah,
absolutely. Just testing out that area as well at drop, just to see whether or not there was anyone down in drop, and they cleared it. They knew there was no one there, so Smooya went down quite ballsily and went down there just to clear, and he did just that. That's 1-0 to Fish123, and instead of going B this round, looks like they're all going to opt for an A. See if they can get this control. But Jenko and the Beard here, trying their best to work together to make sure they can't push through easily. But look, ramp push, Mighty Max, Smooya, Mighty Slug, Kida, they're all rushing up very aggressively as well, and Mole's using his Molotov, not going to be doing too much, but they're clearing as much as they can. Good shot there from Mole onto Jenko. Cryptix does take out Mighty Slug, but it's going to be a 4v4, make that 2v3. Look at this, bloodbath everywhere. Taking 2 kills, taking out Mighty Max and Smooya, leaving the likes of Kida there in a 1v1, and brilliant play there from him. Taking not 1, not 2, but 3 kills, I think it was that round, and making it 1-1. Nice bit of defense there coming from the CT side.
A lot of damage with that CZ, and picks up the AK to get the final kill as well. I mean, it's kind of one of those things on Cobblestone where one of the nuances on this map is the effectiveness of those force buys.
Yeah.
In all reality, especially on the CT side, you know,
we just witnessed that once
again.
Exactly.
You know, you can get a little bit aggressive over towards the broken wall on B, and the APC there, you can play around it with a pistol. And wastering, I think, is the colloquial term where you're just sort of running around, spamming the pistol, and it can be quite effective, as we saw.
Yeah, and even with Fish123, they're going in, I think it's a 3 and a 4, rushing up ramp together as a unit with SMGs, still didn't work. So again, you know, going back on your point, pistols can prove very effective in this game. But it looks like they're opting for the similar players they did last round here, Fish123. They're not going to give up on this strat just yet, but look at this AK-47 there from R, taking not just 1, but 2 out there. That being Mighty Slug being second, and does get returned, unfortunately, from Mighty Max eventually, but it's going to be a 3v3 anyway. Smooya getting down to 10 HP, but that doesn't matter for him or Mole, because they take Jenko out and Surreal, leaving Cryptix here now 1v3 situation. Has utility? but doesn't have a kit. And he's outnumbered, obviously, but look at the HP.
Yeah,
does he know that they're low?
Does
Does he not? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think at this point, the way that it works, kind of the after-death information, is very lacking in these kind of high-level tournaments. It's not quite like
you have to rely on your teammates to basically
exactly.
say, look, I connected a few shots, they're possibly low, but you'd never know exactly how
there's
much
a
they
lot
are
of trust
hit
that
by.
goes into that, of course. You know, you might think that you've hit the bullets, and perhaps you haven't. But look, this is quite interesting here. The slow play from Fish123. They recognise they've got a few players on low HP and could possibly lose, and therefore have taken their time. Cryptic's kind of went towards B and has now opted to come back towards A. He's playing over towards Juliet as he's waiting for the strike to come in. Fully blinded up as he jumps down to the aptly named Romeo. And now he's got to try and find these 3 kills here. Not even, well, he will connect one in the end, but it took him a little bit too long, and Mighty Max is able to capitalise and finish him off.
But Fish123 played that exactly how they should have. You know, they are aware that 2 of their players are fairly low on HP, and they thought, you know, it's not risk this, guys. Let's not lose a rounds, you know, willy-nilly. Let's make sure we win this round and confirm it, and they did just that by sticking together as a unit. Yes, one got killed, but, you know, that was expected. It's better than all of them being killed, you know. So an interesting round here from the CTs. They're going to force up, and they're going to have one M4 and a UMP, the rest being pistols, and Jenko trying his best just to peek and control this mid, but it's not really be needed here because it looks like Fish123 are opting for a B push here. Nice nade pair from, I think it was Mole, but R's going to return and take him out the M4 through the smoke.
Yeah, 5 versus 4 very quickly, and it seems the team that is buying up, you know, the worst buy seems to be getting all the advantages at the moment. Keita going to try and find Surreal round this corner. Surreal is just slowly edging his way around, will eventually get taken down. Did manage to tag up Keita to just below half HP, so back into a 4-on-4, but the HP advantage firmly in the hands of that CT side. Very little utility, though, on both of these teams, so it's really going to come down to finding the 1v1s and making it work. Keita as well doing absolute work over on that B bomb site. He's going to try and cut off some rotations here as his teammates make their way over towards A. Jenko's the only one to hold it down. Gets one, but immediately traded back. Cryptic's now as well will bring it into a 2-on-2. Mighty Max has got that AK, so the one-tap potential is in his hands, but he's caught running away by Robin, and now Robin, another clutch round coming in, finds the second onto Sliggy, and will get himself a 3k for the round and also win it out for his team. And he, so far, has put the team in the backpack and has been winning all the rounds, to be honest.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Mighty Max. Would have liked to see him rotate to that long position on A through Wood just to make sure he doesn't get caught out. But
and
you know,
be aware of the fact that there could be players.
Yeah,
ready
exactly.
to
I mean, they probably should have anticipated that the rotate was going to come in quickly, but you know, things happen.
Indeed, benefit of hindsight.
Benefit of hindsight, exactly. But look, I mean, you know, it's not like they got a complete eco. They're going to force up as best they can. AK-47, Galil, CZ, couple of Glocks, bit of utility. It can work well for Fish123 if they play this smartly, and they got more than enough behind them to do just that, play smart. But look at this nice little boost there from Jenko. I like this little teamwork that's happening on A right now. It looks like they're controlling this pretty well. But can Jenko get the kill here? Looks like Smoothers and Keita are opting to try their best to get this control on A long. Can they get this? Good kill there from Smoother. Opting to take him out with the AK-47 there, and it's going to put the CTs in a 4v5 situation right now. Keita, of course, is on site already. The bomb's going to be going down any second if they can get that bomb onto the site, but it's not even on the site. Art gets one kill onto Smooya. Mighty Max does get one as well, but look, it's a 3v4-3 situation now as Cryptus takes out Keita, Surreal takes out Mighty Max, and it's going to be 3v2 right now. Mighty's like, Mole, what can you do? You can go to B whilst they're all on A. It's exactly what you can do. Was that a fake, or was that an intentional fake, or was it like, oh my god?
Yeah, I feel like they're
already on A. Let's come back. Let's go back.
Just run away to try and get the bomb down and get into some decent post-plant positions here. There's only Mighty Max, Mighty Slug rather, with any kind of weaponry to write home about. Mole is on that deagle, and pretty low HP players though. Sliggy's going to find one. He gets himself a second as well over towards the drop-down room, and now it's all on Surreal. In the 1 versus 2, got a UMP in hand and got a flashbang and a kit. So there's a chance he could get something done, but he's got to isolate these 1 versus 1s. Catches out one player, but he already knew that he was there. It's a second player that he does not know the location of that's kind of providing a lot of trouble for him. The bomb too far ticked now and planted out in the open. He doesn't fancy it, so he is out of there. He's going to try and save that UMP going into the next round. It's so back and forth right now. I don't think either team has had a full buy at all this game. You know, they've been on kind of the dodgy force buys for quite a while now.
No, and even still, I mean, yeah, saying that, but Fish123, obviously in that round, played it very smartly there. Mole obviously planting the bomb, letting Slug do what he does best, which is lurking. He does like to lurk, and he got 2 players taken out in drop, and Mole just knew that, you know, in that situation when you create a 2v1 against the CT that's trying to retake, you might as well just hide and let the lurker continue his job, which is to lurk.
That was
because that obviously, you know, helped win the round.
A lot of what helped him win the round, right, is that Surreal had no idea where the second player was playing from.
Mole didn't need to expose himself.
Yeah, didn't have that confidence to run in, you know, and neglect some of the angles like you need to do in a retake.
Exactly, and that's what the lurker wants you to do. Bang, you're taking out the game, and that's exactly what happened.
Beautifully well played off the 2 of them to communicate so very well. Now it is a question of whether Fish123 will be able to avoid the reset and be able to start stringing some rounds together. Remains to be seen at this point, up against 3 UMPs, an MP9 and a CZ. But we have seen them do better with worse on that BulldogMix side. Unfortunately, first player goes down over towards long. The Beard not able to hold that long area. In danger, however, is Jenko. He's able to find one. Now will he be able to get away scot-free? Traded 1 for 1 so far. It does depend on whether he's going to be able to pick up any more kills. Cryptix is here on the flank, though, ready for Mighty Max to go peeking in. Shoots him in the side. Going to take his AK as well. So it's into a 4 versus 3 here. And, you know, it may well be another round going the way of the BulldogMix. Back and forth it must be. 4 versus 2 now as Cryptix, after retrieving that AK, has picked up a kill with it as well.
Yeah, I like Smooya and Keita's push on A. Looks like they like to double up and work as a double team on that side of the map quite often on C side. And unfortunately, didn't work out for them this time. But Mole's going to take Surreal out there. Surreal obviously gets the kill onto Mighty Slug, and it's going to be Mole against 3 CTs, that being Jenko, Cryptix, and R. Can they do this? Can they not? We have to wait and see. He's in a bit of a sticky position there with a Mac 10. Picked up the bomb, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough as he gets taken out by the UMP, that being R's UMP. That is a round 2 their favour, that being Bulldog.
Yeah, hopeful at that range to land the spray with the Mac 10, in all honesty. Maybe if he had a slightly better weapon, I think there was an AK and an M4 around that area. If he'd have picked one of those up or had chance to pick one of those up, it might have been a different story. But BulldogMix, win it back, get a reset onto that T side, and yet again, we've got another force coming through. And another dodgy buy for the Fish123 side. So I think they're probably going to win this one because they have the worst buy. That seems to be the way it's working right now.
Who's that? Sorry, what Bulldog?
Fish123. I mean,
oh, right,
they have the worst buy. It seems to be the lucky kind of plan to go with. I don't know the conventional.
And like
CS.
you said, it's back and forth.
Exactly.
You know, it's 3-3. It's going to be 4-3, then probably 4-4 again. But we're going to see and wait for that to happen. But look, R takes out Keita with the UMP. That's going to make it a little bit easier there for the CTs to defend. Jenko knows there's one in heaven there, and R does too. Obviously, the information is being relayed to him as he takes him out. That being Mighty Slug getting taken out of the game. Mighty Max the follow up, gets 1 kill. Mole gets the second. The Beard does trade up, and that's going to be 2v3 right now. Make that 1v3 as Mighty Max is now. He's put in a position to be fighting alone. He's lonesome. He's got the bomb, though. He does have it on his back. 1 minute left on the clock. Good kill there from Mighty Max, taking the Beard out with the UMP. Good headshot. That's going to be R, and it's the rules to defend A site. Unfortunately for Mighty Max, he can't do enough to win the round. But a good try, and it's going to be 4-3 to Bulldog, taking that last round. See what they can do now. This economy probably not very much. Yeah,
keeping the economic pressure on for sure. But like you say, I think for the first time this game, avoiding the reset there, BulldogMix able to get more than 1 round in a row, and now forcing Fish123 onto just a few upgraded pistols, no armor or anything. The kind of marshmallow squishy buys, I suppose.
Yeah, they want to go into the next round, obviously as much money as they possibly can. But look, they don't need money. It looks like Mighty Max takes out Jenko with the CZ. The Beard obviously follows up, gets the trade back onto Mighty Max, and that was a nice little CZ aggression there in mid.
Yeah,
you know, you have to give him some credit.
Sliggy has acquired that AWP, and you hand it over to Smooya, who's the dedicated AWPer for Epsilon.
Yeah.
You know, a pro team, and he is making quite the name for himself, of course. Able to drop his deagle across so that Mole has got an upgraded pistol now as well. Smooya on the edge of the smoke.
And he used it well.
Surreal. He will do. He's got to find 3 more, though, for his team. An MP9 now. The weaponry getting slowly better for this T side. Smooya finds a second through the wall in the head. Onto Robin, and now a 4 versus 2 as he's left on 50 HP, still on that glass cannon, but the round firmly in control of the T side as they're going to rotate back towards A, as you have picked up on.
Absolutely, and they've got that A control. But look at this fake, double bluff. How many bluffs do you want to do? But the point is, Cryptics and the Beard are falling for it left, right, and centre. They don't know where they're going to go. They don't have any control. They're just 2 men trying to fight off 4. And it looks like this is going to opt very well for Fish123 as they do finally choose to go to a site, and that being A. Execute comes in right now. Keita trying to clear left, right, and centre every angle he possibly can. Plants a bomb in a nice safe spot, but look at this little lurk from Mole. Doesn't work out for him, unfortunately, though, because Cryptics takes him out in the end because they are opting, I think, to save. Or are they just confused as to where the bomb is?
Confused, yeah. They're just kind of going to go for it after they figure out Mole being a lurk there. Smooya, though, lands the 3rd. And now Keita will finish off the last. Smooya going absolutely huge in that round.
And that was an eco.
Indeed, absolutely. You know, no money spent. Yeah, just a few deagles and a P250. Yeah, exactly. Really not any money at all. But as you can see, Smooya, he likes a bit of BM in the chat. And of course, being on that AWP.
Yeah, that's Smooya. You know,
yes.
No surprise there. But you know, adds to the entertainment, doesn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, look, round 9 commenced now. You know, unfortunately, Bulldog aren't going to be able to full buy here. It's going to be a mix buy, a couple of rifles, rest being CZs. Not much utility to work with either, you know, and Fish123, even though they don't have a full rifle buy, I think they're going to be very confident to win this round and make it 5-4-2. But we're going to wait and see. Still got 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, so they do have quite a bit of time to actually, you know, defend the site and figure out what the strat is going to come. Where it's going to come from. Mighty Max, though, good bit of control, good push, takes up Cyril, the AK-47, and that's going to leave Bulldog in a 4v5 situation right now. Beard is calling this information. They know it's B. All they've got to do now is retake it as best they possibly can. Oh, coming in, taking out Keita, goes to the second, but unfortunately doesn't get it because Smooya returns around, takes him out the AWP. Brilliant awareness from Smooya. Goes to the push Cryptics, but CZ does not kill anyone. And Jenko dancing around the fountain as best as he possibly can, but there's not much he can do at all, really. And the Beard is the last one to be taken out. And that's going to be 5-4, like I predicted there, to Fish123.
Yeah, a lot of that was based upon the flank, I think, from Robin. And it just wasn't quite as effective as it needed to be. So with him being the only rifle player, you know, the round from there on in, pretty much secured by Fish123. But it's so back and forth. I mean, I cannot reiterate that enough. I think so far what we've seen across all the games that we've been covering is it's either been stomps very early on in the group stages, as you know the skill level of teams is very split, or it's been games that are very close, but they tend to be, you know, a team will win a string of 5 rounds, then the other team will bring it back, win a string of 5 rounds themselves, so on and so forth. But here, you know, it's been what, like 2 rounds in a row is the most that a team has managed to win. Whether Fish123 are able to break that one apart. Cryptics will take down Smooya. Keita, though, is there to make sure that they cannot save that AWP. Also picks up 2. Gonna love that extra $1,200 in the bank as well. You know, a bit of extra money on the SMG kills. Granted.
Exactly. Then again, Keita's got the Max 10 and he just doubles up, gets the 3rd. That was beautiful play there with the Max 10 from Keita. It does obviously go down to the Beard's USP in the end, but you got to give him credit. But look, R's got the AWP, the Beard's got a Max 10 now. That obviously Keita did have. What are they going to do? Best choice right now is to save those guns. Even though a Max 10's there, it's probably best to try his best to take it into round 11. But look, they've got an AWP. R's got that. Best thing to do right now, go for the exit, save that gun. Yeah. But look, Fish123 gets another round in the bank, and it's going to be 6-4. Can they make it 7-4? We have to wait and see going into the next round.
Yeah, indeed. A kill comes in for Robin as well in the sniper tower there. So he is able to save that AWP, drops it across, I'm not quite, to Cryptics. He did have it originally, but then seemed to drop it himself and then pick it back up, as you do. But yeah, it will be interesting to see. Double AWP setup actually coming out here, so the Beard going to get that second AWP on the CT side can definitely be very effective here on Cobblestone. I think Fish123 can be happy with the 6-round scoreline anymore. At this point, a little bit of a bonus in the current kind of meta of Cobblestone, which these players, the caliber of these players, will definitely be familiar with.
Indeed, and it looks like Fish123 are going to opt for a B execution. All of the T's committing to that site. Mighty Max gets 1, 2, and 3 kills there, and that puts the Beard and Jenko in a 2v4 situation. And like I predicted, it looks likely this round 11 is going to go into the favour of Fish123. But Jenko is keeping the dream alive ever so slightly, taking out Mighty Max with the M4A1. Keita here smoking off the mid doors, and it looks like the smart play right now is to save those guns. Fair enough. What else can you do?
Yeah, indeed. I think especially with that AWP and being a glass cannon, no kit, that kind of thing, they've got to save pretty much.
Yeah, they don't really have all that money, much money in the bank either, so probably the best thing to do right now.
Yeah, indeed.
Are you looking at that chat?
Yeah, no, it's great to see. I mean, Robin, Surreal and Smooya all play on the same team, right? And Keita, I think, is a sub for Epsilon as well, or kind of the coach sort of role. So it is quite funny to read sometimes. I think you guys can see it on the stream as well.
We kept for once staying out of this. That's a surprise. Well done.
Indeed,
nice, yeah.
indeed. You know, it is quite funny though, because I mean, Robin, they're quite good, but they're a little bit. I think Epsilon at the moment. I don't really want to call them out because they're all here at LAN. They might come and beat me up. The UK.
Sorry, we've got a lock on the door. Say what you want.
Yeah. But I think Epsilon as a team as a whole are a little bit kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they're really dominant, right? They beat Na'Vi 2-0 on an online best of 3, but then sometimes they just lose to random no-name teams and get kind of rushed down by a super aggressive style.
Yeah,
so
yeah, absolutely. I mean, when they got their head in the game, they're working together,
yeah,
like a tight-knit group, like they are now. They're focused. They're thinking through the strat. They've got a lot in their bag, and they've got a lot to show. And as we're seeing right now, they're playing it phenomenally well. Hope they can keep this going. We will have to wait and see. We can't rule out BulldogMix just yet, though, because they have some good talent on their roster as well.
We will see which side of the Epsilon lineup will be the one to win this best of 3 here. Fish123 at the moment in the lead, but the initial pick for the Beard over towards Long gives his team the man advantage, and if they can just kind of hold on to that, just get the trades in. Obviously, maths dictates that they'll eventually win it if they're trading 1-for-1 constantly, because they've got that initial pick. That's how important it can be. A fake over towards A by the looks of things. Smoke going to go in towards Connector, a few Molotovs as well, and everybody actually going to rotate up towards a mid. So they're expecting the CTs to be looking towards Long, going to try and catch a few of them out. Rotates coming in from the CT side. There's already 3 players here, a 4th on the way. So they really have to pick up these kills quickly. Mighty Max finds the blinded Robin, and now it's all on the Beard. On site with this off, up close and personal. Ready for them to come below him and next to him. Drops the bomb. Jenko is also there to help out. Molotov will burn down Jenko, however, and now it is a 2 versus 2. Small finds that kill, gets himself a second as well, and finds the 3rd onto Surreal. A beautiful round from him. Gets the 4K in total for that one, and it'll be 8-4 to Fish123. Against all the odds there, I kind of expected the CT side to take that one after the initial pick.
So did I. They were kind of like fish in a barrel there, coming up that ramp onto A, but you needed a player like Mole to shine and do a couple of 180s to win the round, and he did just that. Beautiful play, beautiful movement there, jumping onto the truck to get that kill onto A, that peak, and obviously look down to heaven to get the second, and that little kind of 180 to take out the guy on ramp. So yeah, we'll play from Mole, we'll play from the team overall, and that makes it 8-4 to Fish123.
Yeah, he's one of the kind of quieter names, at least at the moment, on this team. I think some people, if you've been watching Counter-Strike for a while and following...
no, he's been in the scene for quite a long time.
Yeah,
he's got that talent there. But
the Easy Skins team, if anyone remembers that, Henry G's team and all that kind of stuff that famously...
They beat Renegades.
They beat Renegades, but then got absolutely demolished by Envious DreamHack London 2015, I think.
Yeah.
Giving some teams a bit of a run for their money. So he's definitely got the talent, but in terms of this team at the moment, he's, again, like you say, a little bit more experienced and generally provides more wisdom and guidance.
Knowledge and experience, than anything else.
Rather than, the flair, which generally tends to come from Mighty Max and Smooyer in this case.
But he shows he does have flair, as we witnessed in the last round. So,
indeed.
Yeah, he's an all-round player, but like you said, he's got experience, he's got wisdom to contribute to the team. And look, I mean, Cyril's been taken out. Obviously, it's an eco, so you can't really expect too much from Bulldog here. And it's looking likely Fish123 are going to win this round too. And they're opting for this fish in a barrel, rush up ramp to A strat again. It did work last round. Let's see if it can work again this round. Looking likely though, because like I said, the CTs are on an eco. Good kill there from Mole onto Jenko, taking him out of the game. Cryptix does do trade, gets a good trade up onto Mighty Slug. Keeler takes out Cryptix. R follows up, killing Mole. Bloodbath left, right, and centre. Not a bad little play here from the CZ team here. But look, R's got an AK-47. Not for long though, because he gets taken out by Smooya. Nice little lurk from him, and that's going to be 9-4 to Fish123. But they can buy now. So I'd like to see an AWP coming from either the Beard or Jenko here. But yep, we're going to see an AWP. Cool. So see what they can do in this round, that being round 14.
Yeah, the BulldogMix here, I think they need at least 5 rounds, I would think, in this case, to give them a really good go of things going on to that T side.
Yeah.
Especially a team like this where, if you're a mixed team, your CT coordination isn't going to be as sound as it could possibly be if you were a, stable, dedicated team. Whereas on the T side, you're a little bit more fluid, you're a little bit more flexible, and you can just go running into things, which is what Fish123 are showing us right now. Take down Keita, going to get that bomb down. Whether they're going to be expecting a second player over towards Long remains to be seen. Smooya holding off the rotate, picks up 2 from the rat hole here. Whether he will find a third, we do not know. The Beard on the flank takes down Mole. And I think is running to save here for the final round because, again, they recognise, allow Fish123 to get the 10th. If we lose this round decisively, though, we're not really going to be able to buy up, and there's not going to be a chance at all at winning that 5th round. Sliggy will find the beard. It's one of those situations. Yeah, it's very important. It's one of those situations, though, where the beard really has to decide, am I saving or am I going for exits? And I think in this situation, he definitely has to save and make sure that he runs as far away as he possibly can to keep that AWP into the next round. As you can see, the money really not ideal, and saving that AWP, can have a huge effect, especially on that CT side. If he gets aggressive with it, there was a chance that he could have picked up a few kills and secured the round for his team.
Exactly, and I think it is going to make all the difference now. I mean, there's a chance that they could have got a nice 10-5 score with that AWP going into this round 15, the last round of the first half, but it's looking likely Fish123 are going to make it 11-4, but we don't wait and see. We're going to see, we've seen a lot of surprises so far in this tournament, so see if we can see one now. But looking likely... Well, we're looking likely to see here a B execution again, and Fish123 are pretty strong at doing this, well, carrying out this strat. So let's see if they can do just that and get to the site and get this bomb plant to win the round.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see the rotates as well. You notice on that left-hand side of the mini map, up in the top left of the screen, 2 CTs very far pushed up long, but not quite far enough to pull out a flank. It's kind of, if the B hit comes in, they are probably as far as they possibly can be on those rotates. However, at the moment, they're not really needed. Surreal and Cryptix with a beautiful crossfire. Pick up 2, drop the bomb out in the open. Surreal will burn down, but Cryptix is still here to get another. Smooya will eventually trade him back. So it's into a 3-on-2. They're aware of a player over towards drop as well, as he would have made noise dropping down. Still got to secure this bomb on the T side. Flash comes in, counter flashes left, right, and center, though. Jenko going to find the head of Smooya and will also find Moles. So 10-5, the MP9 is pretty OP apparently, as Jenko finishes it off for his team and kind of,
solidified a chance to go into the next half with a chance to win, a bit of confidence, and looks like they didn't need that AWP in the end after all.
Yeah, apparently so. It would seem they were able to win despite the fact
that they lost that AWP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it shows you how powerful the pistols and SMGs can be once again, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, how the CTs are going to opt to defend the site. Looks like they're obviously going to opt for just 2B and the majority over at A, and that's going to be very lucky for them to predict this, because it looks like the Bulldog are going to opt for a fast execution. It looks like a 5-man train going down A. How's this going to work out? Well, we're going to stop here, control it as best we can, and peek together, and that's smart because the flash is going in perfectly. Keeler getting flashed left, right, and centre. Not quite sure what to do, but he's going to connect some damage onto the likes of Jenko, taking them out in the end. Getting 2 kills. Smooya followed up, gets the 3rd kill of the game, and then R follows up, getting the 4th. Good returns left, right, and centre, and that leaves no one alive on the T side. I was going to say 3v1, but no. A quick defence and return there from the Fish.
Very smart play to play passively on B and have 3 players sort of towards connector so they can very quickly rotate over towards A as and when needed, as it would, turn out they were needed on that A-bomb site and very easily able to shut down the push. Bomb plant does come in for BulldogMix. However, they're just going to go for the eco here, as you would generally expect. We've seen a few teams, Cloud9 were doing it a lot during the major, where they would force up after getting the bomb plant on T side if they lost the pistol. Right, quite a mouthful to get across, but I think a lot of experienced players will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And just quickly going back to that last round as well, I mean, that was a bit of a gamble from the Fishes there to opt for 4-man on A. And if Bulldog chose to obviously go to the B site, then they probably would have won that round, making it 6-10. So the risk worked out for them in the end, and he who dares wins, they say. So well played there to the Fishes, and see what they can do going to round 17. Hopefully they can get another one, but we know again how effective these pistols can be. Trying his best to get a shot on Takeda, but he's taking more damage than he's giving.
Indeed, a lot of damage being done as well onto a lot of these players on that terrorist side. No armor, of course, allows the grenades and just 1 or 2 bullets to do a hell of a lot of damage. The Beard spots out Sliggy, not able to pick him up. Trades coming in left, right, and center at the moment, though, so it's back into a 3-on-3. Keita, however, with the M4 trapped in the corner. Mole will also help him out. Now it's just on Cryptix. 1 versus 3. Does have the bomb in hand, and he's managed to recover a Famus, but again, no armor. That aim punch is going to be absolutely demolishing him. Smooya will find him in the end. So reasonably clean 2nd round there after winning the pistol. You win that pistol, you want to get the next 2 conversion rounds. However, in this case, with the bomb plant in that first pistol round for the T side, they're going to pull out the AKs around early. Not very much utility though, because they bought those pistols up in the last round. You know, some players on deagles and things, and only able to get a couple kills. So debatable whether it was effective to do so. It's now they're on limited utility.
Yeah, exactly. And looking at both teams' economy, it's going to be important for either the teams to win right now, because it looks like they'll be forced into an eco if they lose. So Keita gets the first kill onto Surreal. Nice little kill there for him, giving them that advantage early in the round. Still 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, and looks like Bulldog are a little bit confused as to where they should be going right now. They're going to try their best to get onto the B side and get that control and long, but unfortunately for them, Mighty Slug is smoking it, flashing it, and making sure that he can't go any further than that waypoint underneath that they're crossing the bridge. The arch, shall I say.
Indeed. It could be a bridge. You never know.
Yeah, you can go on top of it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're a rule breaker, if you're a bit of a rebel. Keita on his own now on site A. Oh no, sorry, I didn't spot that one. He's not on his own. But they're playing very passively here, which is probably smart to do. And it looks like if the T's are opting to do what they're looking to do right now, which is go on to A long, the crossfire is going to be brilliant and they're going to get wiped out. Hopefully they spot where Keita is pretty quickly as they enter the site, but we're going to wait and see what happens. 43 seconds left on the clock. Can they execute this site, Bulldog, in a well-mannered way?
Taking it very slowly. There's only 35 seconds, as you said. You know, the time is ticking here, so they're going to have to act quickly. If someone's able to put a stop to things like that Molotov onto Cryptix, it's going to make things very, very difficult. Jenko and Beard will trade 2 back, however, so it's back into a 2-on-3. 20 seconds remaining. Should quite easily be able to get the bomb down here, but very limited utility for both sides. Kits on everyone on the CT side, and Sliggy on the flank. They're not ready for that.
Again.
Exactly. He loves doing it. He loves getting those flanks off, picking up the easy kills. So player over towards Wood he's going to have to deal with pretty much immediately here, and he will do so. Robin goes down, and now 1 versus 3 for the Beard, as he may possibly be able to find this one, but they're going to know exactly where he is, and Mighty Max will shut it down so very easily, 13-5, and it's looking pretty dominant on this cobblestone. You know, after a pretty close showing from both teams on that first map, this is definitely not what we expected.
Yeah, very solid play overall from Fish123, and I mean, going back to Slug there, I mean, he's been lurking throughout the majority of this tournament, and he's done a very good job at that. You know, he's say, yeah, obviously some lurk kills seem easy, but he obviously got to be very smart to be aware of exactly where your opposition is and where they're playing, and the kills that he gets obviously are very important and crucial in the round also, so credit to Slug there.
Indeed. He's had a pretty big effect across these 2 maps, in all honesty. Let's have a lot of these players. But definitely
yeah, playing together like a very good unit.
Yeah, for sure. But on this map especially, you know, like you say, the Mighty Slug definitely has been mighty. Nade will finish off the bid over towards long. The remaining T-side players trying to push up mid, but the bomb has been left. So it doesn't really matter how much damage they end up doing here. They're all falling down anyway, so it's a little bit too difficult, I think, for this 1 versus 4 situation to happen. Cryptix will go down. And I think this could possibly be the final buy of the game. If they lose it out, you know, BulldogMix are not going to be doing too well in that possibly final round if it goes to 15-5.
Exactly. I mean, if they do lose this round, unfortunately they don't, so we can keep watching and casting and getting entertained by this game. But you know, hopefully they do win this round, and they need to win this round. I mean, there's no kind of if, buts, or whatever. They need to win this round to stay in the game. We've got Jenko here with the AWP. Hopefully he can pick up a kill and make the executions a little bit easier when they do finally come in. But look, R here on long A. Knows full well that Keita's there, takes him out, looks for the second, will he get it? Smooth's got the AWP, going to be interesting to see who wins this, and R does, doubles up, makes it 4v3 right now. Mighty Slug, Mighty Max, Mole trying their best to defend individually, but unfortunately it's not going to be good enough as Mighty Max goes down to Cyril's AK-47, his head comes clean off. Mole there, right next to Cyril, by the vent, who's going to be eager enough to peek first. Cryptix lurking with Slug, look at the 2 lurkers, and unfortunately this time Slug, it doesn't work out in your favour. It's going to be a good round to BulldogMix right now. Well played from them. They needed that round. Yeah. And they've got it.
Their back's firmly against the wall, you know. It seems they're able to pull it all out. It is important to note, though, Mole kind of sat here as everyone's starting to leave this A-bomb site. Is he going to try and go for some kind of an ninja defuse?
Yes. That'd be very interesting to see. I hope he does.
I think there's a few too many players around. He's letting Robin pass, but Robin will spot him, and I think that's going to kill the dream, unfortunately.
Oh, don't.
Manages to pick up a kill.
Yeah.
It still remains to be seen.
If he didn't get spotted there,
oh, yeah,
he could have gone for that ninja, and he probably would have won the round. So that was very lucky for R that he turned around and actually, you know,
Yeah, checked all the
checked
angles.
all the angles. He probably had a little bit of a sixth sense that he was up there, and rightly so.
Yeah. Still though, winning the round. BulldogMix doing a good job
Staying in the game.
of staying in the game, indeed. But now, of course, the buy coming in from Fish123. Such a large round cushion here. They're able to kind of risk it a little bit. They've managed to pull out a Famus, an M4, an AWP, importantly in the hands of Mole, but then 2 Zeds on the remaining 2 players. So it might be a little bit difficult for them to take this one, but we have seen how effective the force buys can be, especially on that CT side of Cobblestone.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's going to be hard for Fish123 to win this round, considering their weaponry compared to the likes of Bulldogs. But we know the talent on both teams, so surprises may come in. Smooth takes R out with the M4A1. Kida trying to get a kill as well. He gets that kill, goes for the third, causes some good damage onto the Beard, but the Beard says no, I'm not dying just yet. Takes him out. Money Max follows up, gets a trade, and that's going to be Smooth, Money Slug, Money Max, and Mole in a 4v2 situation right now. Cryptics and the Beard, they have the bomb in their possession. But do they have luck on their side? No, they do not. Mole takes his head clean off the AWP, and unfortunately for the Beard, he's left with just some utility and nothing else.
Yeah, he's on 50 HP or thereabouts as well, so I mean, it does not bode well for him to win this 1 versus 4, and I have to say, if Fish123 take this one, probably going to end up being the series in their favour, in all honesty. You know, it'll go to 15-6. The economy of BulldogMix will be okay, but
not great.
Yeah, they won't be able to pull out the ideal buy. And of course, you know, their morale will be crushed. They'll have to win 9 rounds in a row, which is a hugely difficult ask for any team of any caliber. But when you're up against, you know, your kind of adversaries who are of a similar skill level, they definitely know as much as you do how to close out a game. And they've got 9 rounds to try and do so.
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that Fish123 are going to continue to play as solid as they have throughout this map. They're not going to give anything away now. Why would they? They want this game to be over. They don't want Bulldog to have any kind of chance of getting back into this game whatsoever. So let's see what they do. And looks like the only thing that BulldogMix can do right now is play a bit aggressively over on B. But they get cancelled out again. Smokes comes in, flashes come in, Molotovs come in. They don't want them to have any edge in this game whatsoever. So unfortunately for Bulldog, they're going to have to stay put and wait for another opening.
Yeah, minute 25. Thereabouts remaining on the clock. It's going to be a pretty close situation. A lot of damage being done onto Robin. I wouldn't be surprised if he's been legged over towards the B-bomb site. Double up setup here from the CTs. It's going to be so hard to penetrate, in all honesty. And got to find something. Very limited utility though, and no opening pick. You know, it doesn't bode well. They're not going to be able to pull out a very good late round execute. They really have to get an early kill here. Otherwise it's going to be so hard to get things rolling in the latter stages of this round as we get into potentially what could be the final round. So very quiet over towards the B-bomb site right now. They will eventually be bursting out, and Mighty Slug picks up 2 there. The bomb in the hands of Cryptics, and he's the only one left, and that will be 16-6